I'm Sierra Noble, and I'm a fiddle player and singer-songwriter.
And have been since?
I've been since I was about 7 years old. Played since I was 7.
Your choice.
Very much so.
Why?
Well, it's a little bit of a family tale. I was born in Ottawa. When my mom was pregnant with me, we lived next door to a virtuoso violinist, gypsy-style violinist from Romania.
Cool.
And so you could hear him through the wall, basically. He would play for 8 hours a day. And my mom would always take, 10 minutes, half an hour, as long as she could, to just sit on the couch and relax. And because there was a lot of stress in her life at that time, and she was pregnant, and she knew that couldn't be good for carrying a life, So she would sit on the couch and she would just relax and listen to Johann play. And she said every time she did that, I would just relax inside of her. And so finally, when I was born, our neighbors, they were very, very Romanian family. The grandmother lived in the house as well. So she would come over and take me over to their house for an hour or two, so that my mom can, have a shower. She's taking care of 3 young kids. And so they would take me, and she would sit in her rocking chair, and Johann would play for me. So that was every day for the first year of my life. And then we moved to Winnipeg, and I never heard violin ever again. But ever since I could, express myself through words, I was about 3 or 4, I would always beg my mom to play violin. I'd always wanted to play. Wow. So our next door neighbor over here, his name was Vincent Ellen, and he was the principal bassoonist in the symphony for years and years and years. And he asked my mom one day, just kind of out of the blue, like, does Sierra have any interest in music? She's like, oh my God, are you kidding me? Yes. He's been driving me crazy. And so through Vincent, I met my first violin teacher, and she lent me the violin for the first 2 years, and she taught me for next to nothing. She just knew I had to play. And that was the biggest gift I've ever been given. So
your music's taken you all over the place, yeah?
Yeah, it has. Music has taken me around the world, and one of the most amazing trip was definitely to Vimy Ridge in France. I never would have experienced that if I didn't have that kind of that one tune.
What did you play?
It was called The Warrior's Lament. It was originally more of a waltz and changed into this lament, and really slow, beautiful tune. And I was standing up on the top of the monument beside the statue of Mother Canada. She represents all of the mothers of the fallen. And it was life-changing.
So I was telling you that this song, Coming Home to Say Goodbye, that I really like this. Went to your MySpace page. And I guess one often thinks that an artist is just taking some poetic license in their story because it rhymes good or it's got a good meter or whatever. But you really were 4 when you moved to Lenore?
Of course, yeah, I was.
So you've been living here in Wolseley since then?
I've been living in Wolseley since we moved here, actually. We lived on Greenwood, I think, for less than a year, and then we moved to Arlington. I grew up in Arlington, and the one line that was a little bit off, it said, it was Arlington Street that I first found my feet, which is true. And my best friend lived 2 doors down. It was actually 5 doors down.
All right,
but
2 sounds cool.
It's such a beautiful community and so artsy and so. I love it. There's so many amazing, influential artists that grew up in Wolseley.
Right.
It's a nice home.